Can't believe it's the 14th of March, 2026. That's nuts. I mean, spring is in a few weeks. Spring is actually next week. Next week. I'll tell you right now. Next week, Friday. Next Friday is the spring solstice. Yes, let's go. Let's do it. All right. So I'm gonna put this right in front of me, kind of. So right now, so this system, I'm gonna tell you where the system's at for now, and then we'll tell you snow totals on a radar that I use later on, Radar Omega. I'll tell you that later. Maybe I'll get Radar Omega tomorrow, but during the morning. But if we don't, all right. This is the timing of the storm right now. So right now, it is 8:51 p.m. going on 8:52. This is what we got going on right now. This is what we know of right now. All right. Sorry, I'm just doing a few. I'm gonna no. Let's make sure I can. If I can get all this right now working. Sorry, my radars. What time are you expecting this video to come out tomorrow? Late afternoon, well into the evening. You got me for the whole evening. You got me until the whole. You got me for the whole evening. For the whole evening. I mean, from like for the severe weather part, I may drop some of my stuff and say like tomorrow and say like I have to go live tomorrow. Like this is yeah. So we'll have to see. All right, we're just kind of getting. I'm gonna go put more. So I'm putting you in that corner. Yeah, I know this is awesome. This awesome setup right here. And just you gotta remember, I'm gonna use the last frame we had, just because I can. Yeah. You might not hear. You're gonna hear a lot of talking tomorrow. We're gonna be talking warnings. We're gonna be talking all kinds. All right. So right now, this is what we know of. So this was 2 p.m. Saturday. Obviously, that was the last. I was having problems with my last model. It's still. I think it's still coming out, right? No. No, it's fully out. I don't know why. All right. This is what we know of right now. So it's 8 p.m. right now, going on 9. That's what's going right now. By Sunday. Okay. 2 a.m. Sunday, the storm is organized. It's an 890. It's an 8. It's a 989 millibar storm. This will turn into a bomb cyclone at some point this weekend. This will become bombogenesis. This will be the 4th bomb cyclone of the season. The 4th of the season. We had the one back in I think it was December or November, whatever. Then we had the one just recently. I think this will be the 4th one. Third or 4th one. This will be either the 3rd or 4th bomb cyclone this year. And like the 5th historic storm this year. Breaking records. We're talking like 18 inches. I'm going to tell you what we're talking actually. In the Upper Peninsula, get ready to shovel. Um, just one. 1 foot! I'm joking. Yeah. Get ready to shovel. Just 1 inch? No, 1 foot. Get ready to shovel. 3 feet! 36 inches! Hello? Yeah, that's a lot of snow. That is going to be for the upper Midwest. Parts of the upper Midwest right now. We're expecting 40 to 60 mile per hour winds with this as well. So get your garbage cans, get them ready, put them away into a safer spot. Be away from windows if you have to be. And apparently, we had some reports a couple days ago, 70 miles an hour, if you can believe it. If you can believe it. But the weather's not down there. Severe weather is on the table. Hail, damaging winds, tornadoes. We can see a few tornadoes in a line extending from Michigan down to the Texas Panhandle. The most risk, probably, I'll tell you what that is in a second, but we're going to get our radar working first. So, right now, as I'm talking, nothing. 11 p.m., nothing. 2 a.m., 2 a.m. Sunday, we'll start having some light snow in the Upper Peninsula and Lower Peninsula at this rate. It will still be very cold out, but tomorrow during the day, it will be in the 60s. So it will very quickly transition in areas like Detroit all to rain and potentially a severe weather. So at 2 a.m. this will be snow. We'll probably get a half an inch to an inch, and then anywhere back here in the Dakotas, they're going to be getting 2 to 3 inches per hour at some points. And this storm is going to go under rapid intensification. It hasn't yet, but by the time we get to midday, it'll go under rapid intensification. So this is 2 a.m. 5 a.m. in the morning, we're expecting that system to start shifting a little bit more to the north. And then by 8 a.m., it's shifted way away from Detroit. And we'll get a little law around 8 to 9 a.m. We'll get a law. But for most of the morning, from 2 a.m. onwards, it'll be light snowing. So 2 a.m. tomorrow morning and onwards, it'll be snowing outside. So that's what I can say right now with that. 8 a.m. and onwards, it will switch over to rain. It'll be already switching over to rain in western Illinois, eastern western Iowa, eastern Iowa, western Iowa. It'll be already switched to rain. Upper Iowa, like near the Minnesota border, it'll be that freezing rain, and that could be the totals with that could be nuts. Well, we'll have to talk about that. We'll talk about the totals with that and all that tomorrow. Right now, I'm just outlining what the potentials are. Anywhere from Green Bay all the way to St. Paul, Minnesota, we have this little line of freezing rain or sleet. Are we expecting sleet here in Michigan? No, we're not expecting sleet in Michigan, but we could see it. So just be on the aware. But most of our risk for Sunday will be damaging winds, severe weather. And this is like the third time in the past week, severe weather. Kankakee, we did have a couple deaths from the tornadoes in Kankakee. I think there was 2 deaths from the tornado outbreak in Illinois. It was a mile-wide wedge tornado. I'll talk about that more in a couple days too. We'll talk about that more in a couple days. And what else will you be doing on with this live stream tomorrow? This live stream tomorrow may be a 2-day live stream, maybe a Sunday and a Monday live stream for the first time ever on this channel. A 2-day live stream, if needed. So that's if needed right now. But back to the video. Boop. All right. So at this rate in time, at the 8 a.m. time frame, Warren River will be surging from the south. We're expecting dew points well into the 60s at this rate. Into the 50s at this rate. As far north as eastern Iowa. Way south, Wisconsin, Michigan. So let's go past 8 a.m. now at this rate. So 11 a.m. on Sunday, we still have that law in Michigan. So So just tomorrow morning, you guys are gonna get snow. What do you think we're gonna get? About 3 inches. I think about a little less than 3 inches. Are we gonna see ice? Are we gonna see ice here in Michigan? Maybe, but more than likely, you're just gonna see just snow. So, and it'll be gone by daytime too. So we just had this scenario the other day where it was here during the day. Sorry, it was here during the day, but at night it wasn't here. So you think that's the same scenario we're gonna have right now? Over the next few days. Tomorrow morning, yes. From those certain times I said, from I think it was 5 a.m. from 2 a.m. to 5 a.m., 8 a.m. Sunday, we'll be having snow. Okay, so now 11 a.m. in the Green Bay, you're starting to get some rain. It's likely a little bit severe weather, but it's probably a little too weak at this point. That you can see how tight these isobars are. They're tight, so these winds will be surging well into the 60 mile per hour range this rate. Maybe into the 70 mile per hour range at some point. Over the Great Lakes, yes, it will be a dang blizzard. It'll be a blizzard. Wind gusts could see whiteout conditions. We're talking the blizzard of 26. Double time. Double time. No, really, because so we just had another. Last bomb cyclone was over here it was on the East Coast. This one is in the Central and the Midwest. So this is a bomb cyclone. I'm gonna call it the bomb of the Midwest, the bomb of the South, the desert Southwest. Yeah. So we're gonna have a bomb cyclone from Texas all the way to Michigan. Yeah, it's gonna be a bomb cyclone from Michigan to Texas. So this is 11 a.m. So rain and thunderstorms are forming. When do we expect real thunderstorms? That'll be around noon to probably 5 p.m. 2 p.m. This is when the action starts get going. This is when we're expecting little cells to form. Anywhere from central Alabama to Georgia to South Carolina and North Carolina. Some of these could be intense, severe to strong to severe. We're expecting a few tornadoes. We're not expecting like an out. We could get an outbreak, but might not. Michigan, do we expect an outbreak? No. Alright, so that's 2 p.m. We're not expecting a whole lot there. Where it gets interesting, 11 p.m. Sunday. This is where it gets interesting. Now we're definitely going to see a line extending from the Gulf, from right near Texas, all the way up to way past Grand Rapids, Michigan. This is going to have the whole shebang. And the winds now will be cranking. Absolutely cranking. If they weren't already during the morning, tomorrow morning. They'll be absolutely cranking tomorrow. We're talking winds up to 50 miles an hour. We actually already have alerts out. I'll actually talk about that in a second. But so 981 at this rate. So it's already dropped a bunch of millibars. So it started at 989 in the morning. Hey Siri, what is 989 minus 981? So it's already dropped 8 millibars. So it's a little bit on the strong, but it's not completely strong at this rate. So this is where it gets concerned. We'll have a line stretching for major cities like Tupelo, Mississippi, parts of Upper Alabama, probably near Nashville, Tennessee, Louisville, Kentucky, probably at this rate. We can use my other map to actually tell you. So Nashville, Tennessee. Nashville's Louisville. Bowling Green, actually, more Bowling Green, Kentucky. Bowling Green. And Nashville, yes, Nashville will be in this. So, severe weather, we're in this area, right here from Nashville, you're supposed to be in that enhanced risk right now. I'll actually bring up the risk in a second. I'll talk about that. But well, all right, that's 11 p.m. The storm is still very strong. It's likely a bomb cyclone. Then this is where it gets interesting. Where is this? Is this going to continue? This will continue likely in the Monday. At this rate, there will be feet of snow. 2 feet in some spots, 3 feet in some spots, 1 foot in some spots, 12, 24, 36 inches even. Maybe even 4 feet. Probably not 4 foot, but 3 feet definitely. At this point, the rain is still continuing. It might be a little severe, but at this rate, it'll be lit. It'll be 5 a.m. the next morning, so likely at that rate, it'll be done. But you'll still see some snow showers anywhere around Green Bay and all around Michigan, upper Michigan there, in those areas. Okay, then it starts cooling off. So by 11 a.m. Monday, this is where it gets dangerous. Hey Siri, what is 989 minus 977? So at this point is bombogenesis. So pretty much. So now by Monday this moves to the East Coast. This is a severe weather event and a snow event on the East Coast. Now on the East Coast, what's going to be more interesting is this will be almost all severe weather. You might see the snow in there, but that European model GFS does a really bad job, I think, of painting the picture of what should be there. I think they'll all be rain at that rate. I think so. I'm not sure. I'm not totally sure. Don't count me on that. When is this video going out? Tonight, right after I'm done filming this. So I have one last thing to do. How much rain over the next 12 hours? We're going to tell you how much rain we're going to get. So from now until Monday 2 p.m., anywhere from 0.2 all the way up to 1.4 inches in central Tennessee for this. The big hotspots I think are going to be central Connecticut and there in the Kentucky and Tennessee and the North Carolina area and off the North Carolina coast. So those are the big areas. Other than that, you might see 0.37, 0.35, whatever, but not a whole lot of rain. So not a whole lot of rain out of this system. How about anything like wind? Winds will be a major factor out of this one. I'll tell you about those right now. So we'll go to a different radar app to do that. All right, so this is the very last thing because, all right, my other app, non-sponsored, windy. Yeah, you guys are getting a little bit of love. So right now we got this high pressure parking over the Midwest. Gonna bring some nicer weather. Right now in Lansing it's 35, 32 in Madison, St. Paul 30, 30 in Fargo. But over in Phoenix, Arizona, you would not believe this right now. They're having a dang heat wave. It's 89 degrees. So where's that heat for us? It's coming, but it'll be a long time. They're gonna get fact right now, they're gonna get several days and nights, maybe even in the 2 days in the triple digits even. Yeah. I just wanted to throw that out there. For the rest of the US, we'll explain their weather right now. Okay. So what radar? Where are we going to? A radar? What are we going on here for? Winds. High winds, yeah. Wind gusts. And I'm watching the timer. We're going to go to 25 minutes. Bear with me. That video will be shortened from the beginning. I'll shorten some of the beginning. So that doesn't interfere with things. But we'll do it as quick as possible. So right now, wind gusts anywhere from 18 to 26 miles per hour. That'll be early Sunday. 8 a.m. Sunday. The winds will start gusting from anywhere on the west side of the state from 31 to 32, 33 miles an hour on the east side of the state. And this is 8 a.m. obviously at this rate. Then it gets a whole lot worse. Any wind gusts from 35 miles an hour down to about 31, 30 miles an hour. The only part of the state will stay kind of calm for most of the morning is here in Toledo, Ohio. At this point in Toledo, you're going to be at 48 degrees. 55 in Fort Wayne at this rate. 62 in Indianapolis. Bloomington, 62. Evansville, Indiana. Hey! Evansville. 64 at this rate. These temperatures will be nice. They'll be pleasant at this rate. And it gets much better. By 5 p.m. that night, you won't believe the temperatures are going to be. Hey, Toledo, Ohio, you'll be 70 degrees. Hey, Fort Wayne, 70. 70 in Mariont. Marento. You're going to be 70. Salina, you're going to be 68. Finland, 70. Sandusky, Ohio, 64 degrees. Mansfield, 68 degrees. Kalamazoo, Michigan, 66. Grand Rapids, 57. And now the big difference. About a 15 to 20 degree difference. Big Rapids and Grand Rapids. So Grand Rapids, Michigan will be 57. On the other hand, the other area will be 39 degrees. Midland, 43. Bad Axe, 43. Sarnia, 62. New Baltimore will be 59 at this rate. So that's what we're expecting this. So the 50-mile-an-hour winds won't be until late Sunday night. So most of the day, we'll say the winds in the 30-mile-per-hour range. (11 a.m. Monday), this is where it gets really interesting. This is where the bomb cyclone takes off like a rocket. Like a rocket. Mother rocket. Mother rocket. So we're hopping between another radar now because I'm going back to this radar and explaining why this time this is gonna happen. So these are wind speeds, right? These are wind. I think. Let's go where they're wind gusts at because that's what we need right now. So I can actually tell you guys what the wind gusts are gonna be. Let's not. I'm gonna use NAM so you guys can get everything now. I think you guys want everything now, which I honestly want to give you that information now because. All right. Natural hazards. Yeah, I was going to talk about this real quick. So, high wind advisories for Michigan right now, they may be upgraded by the warnings by the morning. So, check your local weather forecast by morning. And then all across Iowa, parts of the Dakotas, blizzard warnings. Yeah, blizzards. It's going to be a blizzard. The blizzard of double 26. Alright, I was joking about the blizzard double 26, but the reason why I was joking like that, wind gusts, yes. This is a big question. So I won't have the gusts for tomorrow, but let's just go off right now. We have wind gusts right now, 18, 17, 23, 19, 19. So that's 19 in Chicago wind gusts right now. 24-hour temperature change. We'll talk about that next. So we'll have your wind gusts tomorrow for that. So, but temperature changes right now have been not bad. 5-degree difference than it was 24 hours ago. 2, it was only 1 degree difference. Yesterday, okay, so right now it's not too bad. Well, it's 10 degrees warmer in the middle of Georgia than it was 24 hours ago. 13 warmer than 24 hours ago in the middle of Nebraska. Kansas, so it's 15 degrees warmer than it was 24 hours ago. And these temperatures right now as of right now, as of actually 9 p.m. whatever, we're sitting at 86 degrees in central Texas. We're sitting at 92, 90, actually 89, but we're sitting at about 92 in Arizona. They've been sitting in the 90s for a few days. They'll be sitting in the 90s for many days still. That's going to be a long lasting. You're going to feel like summer when you go out to those baseball games. Yeah, summer. 95 in California. Holy smokes! It's burning. So, I'm going to end the video here. We'll have the rest of our information tomorrow. The rest of it. That's me, the Michigan, signing out. Keep on heating it up in the west. It's going to keep on heating up the west. Keep on cooling it down the south. That me. Peace.